Thank you, Democrats. God, you're a beautiful sight. There's another beautiful sight in this room, and that's my wife of 49 years. I promised her I'd never embarrass her, but I'm embarrassing her for the first time. My wife, Barbara, is sitting somewhere over here. That's the first promise I've broken in 49 years. I don't know if any of you have seen this card that the Glam Caucus has put up. Well, they tried to make me look like Barack Obama. Thank God for him they failed. But, I just want to let you know, I checked on eBay before I came here. These cards are already on eBay. They're worth 4 cents, so hang on to them. And for those of you who are proud members, or were proud members of the Glam Caucus with me, I'm an honorary member, I understand there is still time if you want to resign from the Glam Caucus because of this card. Well, as we meet to participate in America's old democracy, we look with great interest and with great pride that young people halfway around the world in Egypt are fighting for a new democracy. We wish them well. And we just hope with all of our might that they succeed and that their uprising leads to free elections and that it leads to human rights and that it leads to peace. That's our prayer for the people of Egypt, and thank heaven for the young people, because they are doing in Egypt what young people did here 2 years ago in electing Barack Obama and a Democratic candidate. And as we meet exercising our democratic rights, we must always take a moment to pay tribute to the men and women wearing the uniform of the United States who are in harm's way, who protect the rights that we so cherish and the freedoms that we so cherish. We're grateful to those men and women. Thank them for the freedoms that we enjoy. We meet for the first time in 8 years without Jennifer Granholm and John Sheridan. The seeds that they planted in fields such as advanced auto technology and green technology and new medical technology are already helping Michigan back to prosperity. We salute Jennifer and John. We thank them for their strength during 8 tough economic years. And we thank the Democrats in the legislature who stood with them. Thank you to those Democrats who are still there and those who fought the great fight but didn't make it in the last election. In Washington, Republican gains have resulted in a new twist to the word obstructionism. Up to now, that party of no, yeah, you know them as the NOP, the party of no has been satisfied to stop progress. Now their mission is to reverse progress. To repeal health care reform, for instance. They want to repeal the protection that we fought for and won for people who were denied health insurance because of a pre-existing condition. We're not going to let them do that. We're going to stop them. The Republicans want to repeal access for young people to health insurance that our reform was able to assure. We're not going to let them do that. We're going to stop them. They want to repeal the progress that we made on closing the so-called donut hole that seniors with large prescription drug bills fall into. We're going to stop them from returning us to a donut hole. Now, the Republican leader in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, said, and these are his words, that his top priority is to deny President Obama a second term in office. That is the top priority of the Republican leader in the U.S. Senate. Well, the number one priority for Democrats in the U.S. Senate is jobs. Jobs is number one. And with little or no Republican help, and frequently having to overcome a Republican filibuster, this is what we Democrats did in the House and in the Senate when we controlled both the House and the Senate. We kept the recession from becoming a depression. That's pretty good for starters. Second, we passed the Recovery Act, which saved and created millions of jobs. We took on the insurance lobby to pass health care. After all these years, we finally are on a real move towards universal health care. Thank God, we're on the way. We're on the way. We took on the credit card industry. That's what we Democrats did. We took on the credit card industry, and we ended some major, we took on the credit card industry, and we made some major changes in credit card laws to stop the credit card abuses, which were taking billions of dollars out of the pockets of the American people. We took on the credit card issue. We took on Wall Street. We have Wall Street reforms to try to end those excesses on Wall Street by the big banks that drove us into the recession that we're in. And we helped save the American automobile industry. Barack Obama and a Democratic Congress. We helped save the American automobile industry. And thank you, M&M and Chrysler. Thank you, M&M and Chrysler. What a brilliant stroke of creative genius that they delivered to the world. And this was literally to the world. They gave us a boost, which is reverberating around the world. We passed a hate crimes law. We want to make it much more difficult for people to create a hate crime, to carry out a hate crime in this country. We passed the Lilly Ledbetter Act to try to end discrimination against women. We acted to end discrimination against gays in the military. We repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We ratified the START Treaty to try to reduce the threat of nuclear war. And now Afghanistan, President Obama decided over a year ago that we're going to start to bring the troops home this July. This July, we're going to start bringing the troops home. Now, I spoke to the President yesterday, and he is unwavering in that commitment. Folks, this is the great issue now. For those of you who want to get out of Afghanistan, the issue is not whether we're going to get out of Afghanistan. The issue is whether we're going to begin to reduce our troops in July. The promise of the President must be kept. He assured me it will be kept. With your help, the American people will make sure that that commitment to bring home some troops starting in July will be kept. It will be a great day when that happens. So we Democrats have kept the faith. We've kept the faith. And one of the great fighters in those battles and in others, in the tough fights that we've carried on and in the tough fights ahead, is a woman that I have been proud to serve with for 10 years, Debbie Stabenow.